So, I guess we need some particle effects. Can you make some?
Sure.
We need a poison cloud actually. So, yeah, we made quite a few particle effects. We will likely not immediately put all of them in the demo, simply because we decided our spell selection is complete enough for now. But we found this great talk by Diablo developer Julian Love and we loved it. We just had to learn this technique, and we really are pleased with the results. So the technique described is based on a particle system with a shader that scrolls two textures over each other. Pretty similar to the lasers or telegraphs we made in the past, but for each particle separately. And instead of just using random noise, we now use specifically designed textures. For this, Dorothea busted out her old drawing tablet and Krita and got to work. However, shading particles in Godot is a little bit difficult. We did use some dirty tricks to get a lifetime and a unique identifier of a particle into the fragment shader. It worked surprisingly well. I will not go deeper into this because it is more of a tutorial topic and quite advanced. But let us know if you would watch it anyway.
Also, we implemented a custom blending mode, Blendadd. Blendadd is basically the love child of mixed blending and additive blending.
Hey!
Yeah?
What the hell is this?
It decides which blending is more dominant based on the alpha value, but we had to do some witchcraft to get that working without making a screen reading shader. The main difference to additive blending is that we now can make spell effects that also look good on bright backgrounds, which really solves a problem for us. The lightning effect, for example, is much sharper now. While implementing this, we gave the color selection an upgrade, and now everything is possible. So using this, we built this fire that now upgrades all of our fire spells with much cooler flames. And smoke that is not just a black blob without any texture. We also have a dark fire, sand effect, poison cloud, and a frost effect. Our game slowly moves towards looking like a game.
It's beautiful. I've looked at this for 5 hours now.
Now that we have our title, we started implementing our title screen. We have had some enemies fight each other for a week or so, and it actually works quite well. We decided that we want a kind of infinite fight to happen on the title screen, just to entertain the player. So for the green team, some mini slimes, and frog mafiosi are spawned. For the red team, bees, snacks and fire elementals. This turned out to be quite a nice debugging tool. We just can leave it running and watch a bit until something breaks. For the fighting space, we just put some random tiles for decoration. For the title itself, we wanted to go for a neon style. It all should feel a little bit like a flipper machine. We already had this cool little tool script that transfers the points of a path 2D to a line 2D for the trajectories. So we just reused it. However, the results were not what we imagined. The edges were not great and the texture was meh. So we used brute force and rendered it into a viewport. We blurred it a bit for color variety and anti-aliasing, and it turned out nice. Is this the cleanest way to do it? Maybe not. Do we care?
No.
The trajectory shader already offered the support for dotted lines, so we improved it a bit and animated it. So when we put it all together, it looks like a presentable title screen, which is nice.
We will now break from the usual and stop talking about adding stuff. Removing stuff from your game is at least equally important. When developing a game, easily more and more features creep in. And if you don't do anything about it, a game gets more cluttered and complicated over time. We already had that happen to us with our first game and we don't want it to happen again. We did a lot of testing with our casting mechanic and found that having 3 spells on the right mouse button is unnecessary. We thought about how awesome, deep and complex the combat can be, but it is just overwhelming. 2 spells on the mouse, 1 left, 1 right, plus the dash, plus the spell that happens when finishing an enemy with a dash, and the rage spell already is a lot. In terms of complexity, more sometimes is less. And we want to give the player space to get into the depth of the spells. We noticed that getting actions from your brain into the game world is now much easier, as the right button always does the same. With that change done, a new eye overhaul is coming up soon, but this will take a bit. Also, we made player telegraphs much lighter. This helps to differentiate them from the enemy ones and reduces visual load. We want the game to be bright and colorful, but not to look like someone bombed a Christmas tree.
We started posting on Twitter under the hashtag 100 Days of Gamedev. Since we have this channel, we pretty much work on this game every day, so we might as well tweet about it. We can share smaller updates than on this devlog, so maybe take a look at it if you are interested. If you have a game project yourself, consider starting the challenge. It really is motivating. Initially, we intended to show you guys the first boss at this point, but there were just too many other things and we did not finish. Here's the state we are in right now. We got the scene transitions working, and now can teleport the player onto a boss map. Then we zoom out the camera to make the boss feel huge. We are unsure if this is a good idea, but we thought it played quite well. As of now, a very big slime just awkwardly stands there. The boss already has one of its mechanics, the slime nova, but it's all really rough.
So apparently 1000 people subscribe to our channel. I don't know why, but it's nice. So thank you very much.
We blurred it a bit. We blurred it a bit.